ways translates into urine. The whole point is, where's the fetus getting its nutrition from, its blood from? It's sharing its circulation with its mother. Circulation, blood vessels that are transplacental, that deliver things like blood, obviously, like oxygen, like glucose, to the baby, and among other things, it can deliver other stuff, like hormones. And suddenly we have a world where whatever hormonal events are going on in the mother's body can influence the offspring. Glucose and other nutrients as well, so that an extreme of a nutritional state in the mother can be translated into a state of change for the fetus as well. Finally, you can have fetal environmental effects without even relying on the circulation. An obvious thing, you can hear stuff in utero. Once the kid has a working auditory system, once the fetus does, and that occurs well before birth, sounds can be heard. It turns out that the mother's uterus is an amazing resonating organ that you can hear a lot of stuff in there. We will see some phenomenal studies showing the consequences of that. Okay, so what sort of things are learned in a prenatal environment? What sort of environmental experiences are there? Working with that first example, hormones can get into the fetus in the mother's circulation, getting transplacentally. Some of them don't get in very readily. There are mechanisms at the placental boundary for keeping some hormones out. Nonetheless, there's a whole bunch of them who get through. And what you want to get then is, how can hormonal events change what's going on in the fetus? The first example, you don't even need the hormones from the mother. All you need are the hormones from your siblings. And for this, we look at rodents. Rodents who do not have one kid at a time, but instead give birth to 10, 12 enormously large litters. And what you've got is a wiring of the circulatory system where it's essentially
in 1 mile, keep left.
Blood from one fetus flows into the next, flows into the next, shared circulation. And this brings up a really interesting question. And is, you're sitting there in the middle of all of your fetal siblings, and you are whatever gender you are, what's the genders of the siblings on either side of you? And there's 3 possible scenarios. One is the siblings on either side are the same gender as you. Second one is your gender, one is the other one. Third, they're both different from you. And it turns out that changes the hormonal environment that you develop in fetally in terms of how much hormones you are exposed to of the opposite gender, because the circulation is running in both directions and you are getting bathed in the hormones of your closest siblings. You're getting bathed in the hormones of the further siblings as well, but the further off, the less of an influence. And there's a whole literature by now showing
continue
the
on route.
environment,